Hi there, guys. Hope you're all doing well. So, I just wanted to talk about this article about Alexander Isak at Newcastle and this new contract they're offering. But I also want to talk about Liverpool's current squad as well and what Liverpool need to actually do to be able to register these type of players, because we've been banging on about this homegrown quota now for quite a bit. And yeah, I've been sent something from our Shano, and yeah, we need to talk about it, guys, really, because there's a lot of people that may not be happy or something like with the current squad. So if you do like this video, guys, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. So first, we'll go through the Isak stuff. So basically, this is from Matt Harding at the Times, and he's like the Northern sports correspondent for the Times. So he's basically the Paul Joyce of Newcastle, I would say. And basically, it's saying here that Newcastle are willing to break the club record wage structure to keep him there. Um, they're now looking to begin talks on a new deal for him that would take him beyond the 150 grand a week that he's currently on, I think, something like that. And it overtakes the likes of Tonali and Gumares and Anthony Gordon, who are the current top owners at Newcastle. It goes on to say that Liverpool have the funds to test Newcastle's resolve despite the acquisition of Verts and a summer that has spent over 200 million already. Newcastle are concerned an offer could be made early next month for Isak. Now, why this is saying next month is, I think I'm right in saying this, that from July the 1st, any sort of player acquisitions goes on to the next year's financial books. So Verts is on this year's books, but then if we go and sign Isak, it's not on till the following years. If that makes sense. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why there. Yeah. While Liverpool are not thought to be actively seeking a number 9, they would be among the clubs able to compete for Isak's signature if he wanted to leave. He's currently got 3 years left on his deal, blah, 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 blah. It also says here that any contract offer from Newcastle would not match the highest salaries at Anfield, with the club currently constrained by the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Newcastle hope that their qualification for the Champions League will be a factor in the player not seeking a move. Talks have been about a new deal were put on hold last summer, and Newcastle relaxed about the situation. Blah, 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 blah. So, as much as this article for me is like, Newcastle are going to try and keep him, blah, 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 whatever, I think there's a little few snippets in here where it says that Liverpool could swoop in and do something like Liverpool can offer him more wages. Liverpool have the money to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. We'll have to wait and see what we are, I suppose, regarding this. But yeah, that's basically it from this Newcastle article. Is Liverpool have got the money to do it. Newcastle can't match the wages that he would get at Liverpool. It would be the early next month where they expect an offer to come in from Liverpool, which again I think ties in with the PSR rulings that it would be counted on next year's books, not this year's books. So that's it, guys. Basically, now the next bit I want to talk to you about is Liverpool's homegrown quota, and I'm just going to read this out. What Shauno sent me last night. So this is what it says verbatim. Liverpool's non-home grown player quota is full, but this should not be an issue when the season starts if the Reds sell as expected. When Liverpool come to hand over their squad to the Premier League, they will be allowed 17 players who are not considered homegrown or under the age of 21. The same rule applies for the Champions League, except for the fact that the under 21 players must also be homegrown players to be exempt from the 17-year age limit. Homegrown player is defined by the Premier League as someone who, regardless of nationality or age, has been registered with a club affiliated to the FA for a period continuous of 3 full seasons or 36 months before their 21st birthday or the end of the season when they reach 21. This means that currently, as of the 22nd of July, Liverpool will need to sell or not register at least 2 of their 18 non-homegrown players in order to follow any further non-homegrown players to be registered. Including Wirtz, Liverpool now have 18 non-homegrown players. Frimpong is not amongst them, having spent time at Man City as a youngster. And then this is where Mark Gahey, he would be a homegrown player. So I think that's why, he would not be. That's why I think that's coming into fruition. And he will not take his place as one of the 17. Kirkes, however, will be counted as a non-homegrown player. So Liverpool will have to waiver one player from last season's squad in order to register him. By the start of the season, this should not be a problem, as Liverpool are likely to have sold any number of players such as Nunez, Chiesa, Robertson, Shimikas and Jota. Kwanzaa departing will not affect the situation, as he's a homegrown player. Although the summer transfer window runs until the 1st of September, the Premier League season starts on the 15th of August, giving Liverpool an initiative to sell early in the summer. Of course, Liverpool will also be able to buy and sell after the 15th, with another registration deadline for the first half of the season coming after, or as a thing that is caused or produced by something else. Don't know how that means. One club is allowed to name up to 8 players in addition to the 17, but the additional 8 must be from their own country. As you will note from the squad list below, Liverpool have more than 8 additional homegrown players in the squad, and this shouldn't be an issue, though as many will either leave on loan or be sold this summer. This could be the current squad list as of July the 22nd, right? So, non-homegrown players, you've got 18 of them so far. Alisson, Mamadashvili, Van Dijk, Kanate, Robertson, Shimmercast, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Soboslai, Endo, Salah, Diaz, Jota, Nunez, where's my accent going? Chiesa, Gakpo and Ramsey. The homegrown players, which we've got 13 of them, are Mozek, the goalkeeper, Harvey Davis, but I think he's going out on loan, Joe Gomez, Frimpong, Kwanzaa's obviously leaving, Connor Bradley, Nat Phillips left, Owen Beck, Stephenson, Williams, Jones, Elliott, we expect him to move on, and Morton expect him to move on. So of that 13 there is, so he's gone, that's 12, he's gone, that's 11, 10, 9, 8. So there'll be 8. I think there's going to be some sales there. And then the under 21 players that don't need to be registered are Pesic, Nione, McConnell, Dans, Kumas, Doak, Bajtetic, Chambers, and Gordon. So there you have it, guys. I hope that makes a little bit of sense and it's not just been a load of nonsense to you. But yeah, by the looks of this, guys, for Liverpool to be able to register the players they've got, they need to move on some players now. We know that Nunez is going. Chiesa looks like he's on his way, so that'd free up that'd free up the one spot, wouldn't it? Yeah. If we want to sign someone like an Isak, we would have to sell somebody else as well. That's basically what I'm trying to say with this video, guys. So yeah. Anyway, let me know down below what you think about all this, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.